Welcome to this meditation, channeled by Sananda Kumara. Please find a comfortable position with your back straight. Close your eyes and connect with your body. Before we begin, we advise you to set an intention from your heart for this experience. Repeat with me, mentally or if possible out loud. I allow myself to be open to love. I allow myself to be in the present moment. I allow myself to connect with my body. I allow my energy to flow freely. I am here and now. Take 3 deep breaths and get ready. The channeled meditation is about to begin. I wish you a beautiful journey.
Doesn't matter why. Whenever you try too hard, whenever you put too much effort to be, to create something, whenever you force yourself into creation, the required energy to create, you have the taste of the compression, the tension of your own creation. How can it be otherwise if all manifestation comes from you and your frequency and energy? When you are trying to create something and inside of you, you are in pain, in suffering, in resistance, your creations will suffer with you. To enjoy life, to enjoy the beauty of existence, call us to a state of glory inside, to enjoy the beauty of I am in every small step on the way. Don't be afraid. Enjoy the process of creation. It's easy to say don't be afraid. It's harder to be inside of creation and pretend so much. It's hard to be inside this realm and not knowing what to do. What is the best way to go? It's hard to be inside this realm and remember that it is inside of you the fruits you are going to collect and never outside. So why we pretend that we need to put so much effort into being when the best possible way to exist in this realm is the easiness of allowing, to comprehend the beauty of creation as a process inside will give you the remembrance why it is so beautiful to exist in the first place. We create this misconception of valor and value into effort. We create this idea that if I force myself, it is hard, then everybody needs to recognize my value. Then if it is hard and complex, this complexity and the difficulty will add value to me. This is just but an illusion that you are creating yourself and will become truth if you believe it so. How to stop pretending that value is something outside of you and recognize that it's something to be given by you to you, and allow it to overflow in the beauty of your creations, in the easiness, in the lightness, in the trust that you allow yourself to fit inside at every given moment. So first, we need to learn to believe, to trust. But for so long, pain, struggle, and suffering was the thing that edified us, defined us. And it is so. Because when we struggle, when we fight with reality, something we learn out of it. There is a process of growth and understanding. There is a beauty in that school of learning. But that is something to outgrow. If you stay stuck in this repetition mode, life will be forever a struggle for you and never the beauty it truly is. So how can life can become an enjoyment, a blissful occasion to you and everyone around you, if you carry the weight of the world on your shoulders, if you're always repressing and forcing yourself, struggling in competition, in trying to prove so hardly who I am, all life around you will mirror your struggle. It will be hard to be around people. They will complain all the time. You will feel worthless. How life can be different when you yourself are denying the pleasure of it. You'll never truly know how beautiful people can be, as you are the source of their own misery, attracting the worst in every people around you. So to learn to manifest your beautiful desires, not as a forceful struggle, but as a beautiful easiness into being, is a learning process. But behind this curve is not struggle, pain and suffering. When you are successful, there is easiness into being. How can you go into relaxation? It's not through tensing yourself up to relax. It's not through forcing yourself to learn that this will come to be. It's not through struggling with yourself that you will learn to stop struggling with yourself. It cannot be, for obvious reasons. To learn to outgrow the struggle in this reality. To learn to understand the beauty of I am in all living things created. How can I be free of it and just enjoy creation as a process of enjoyment as I go slowly, slowly, slowly embracing the full length of who I am. This process is happening outside, of course, but above all, is about the relationship you have with yourself. How much of your self-denial, of your own compression, you are recognizing it and letting it go. Why do I need to sustain this state? What part of me is requiring that I do so? There's always a very good reason why we do what we do. It may seem very negative from the outside, but when we go deep into it, there is a frightened child holding so tightly through my misunderstanding that creates so much pain and suffering to itself. This misunderstanding is caused by a misalignment between reality and how we perceive it and act on it. We inherited those perceptions from our old past self that got repeated, refracted in space and time in our parents and society. How it can be otherwise? So it's a process of unlearning. How can I let go of all of this that for so long I hold as the truth, that for so long it felt obvious to me? Now it came the real moment of let go. And when I do so, this part of me that is holding so tightly to it will feel helpless, afraid. That's why it's holding to it. So in this realm of appearance, this tension and struggle, in a weird way, give a part of us stability and a sense of knowing this is who I am, and I require this in my existence. I support and hold this struggle in my life so that this part of me may feel safe and secure. So if you really want to outgrow pain and suffering in your existence, it's a deep, profound process of reassurance of this child, so it learns to relax and to feel value and safety into easiness. It's all about me. Never was, it will never be outside. I am the engineer of my own reality and creation. If I hold to a perception of reality based on power struggle, if I hold to the perception of reality there are people trying to get me, that's what I'm going to create. That is the nature of life. So if you want to overgrow this, you need to do it inside of you first. To embrace all the pain and suffering that I created to myself during all of those years, that I grew so fond and attached to these concepts. And slowly, slowly, slowly learn to love those choices and the beautiful reason why I chose them. To feel safety in struggle. Now as I recognize and learn to love these parts, I can give you a new way, a new path out of struggle into happiness. Not a happiness from things happening outside of me, as those are all illusions and will always be, but a profound, authentic joy of easiness into being. How can I become free of the habit of me? That is the real question. The journey of I am is always inside. To learn, to remember. In your core, I'm always free. There is no struggle, no power or competition. In my core, I remain in harmony, and everything and everyone around me is helping me into easiness. If I go outside of it, if I forget it, it may become a struggle again. Instead of life becoming easier to me. So remember this, how can I allow myself to master this message? That life in its beautiful glory, as a flower that opens up, will not happen out of a struggle, but in a slow and beautiful process of easing into being. I allow myself to be free of me as I learn to become all and everything at every moment of pure potential, to outgrow my pain and sorrow, all of my suffering, that I became so found and addicted without recognizing it, to create beautiful realities where joy and easiness is its floor, its ground level. So be it, and so it is.
To ask yourself, how can I be free of me, is a hard question, because there is already a struggle in the idea that this liberation is a process of fighting against. This is how profound the wounds in your society are. The idea of liberation is a struggle. But this is an idea, not the truth. The process of liberation in a deeper sense is one of enjoyment, of learning to embrace all and everything, and outgrowing the addiction of habits. Every habituality gave you the process of holding shape and form, but also created all of your struggles. As we become linear, unpredictable, and bounded by a destiny, as we hold tight to those habits, we create a momentum, a wave of force and energy that create ripples and ripples and ripples of repetition and reinforcement. Every time we have an opportunity to face the destruction that we created ourselves in our journey in the past, it will reveal itself in front of us. If we fight it, there is no freedom. If we resist it, it becomes a struggle. It's a faceless destruction. As we truly don't see ourselves in the mirror and learn to embrace it as a beautiful thing. All is creation in movement. Why not to embrace it as everything else? It is in this relaxation that I embrace and love myself and everything inside of this me that I am, that I can become free. So there is no struggle. Per se is the opposite of it. It's the outgrowing of the struggle. It's the absolute embracing of myself being repeated in front of me. These emotions, these experiences, they taste the same of so many others. It's because they taste of me. I am the one struggling. So please, allow me to stop this repetition. I want to be free of it. It's weird to think that to be free of something, you need to love it, to embrace it, to allow it, to recognize it, instead of fighting against it. If you fight against it, the life inside of you needs to protect from you. And you will believe with all your beings that are the others that are creating this. Otherwise you will destroy yourself. It can't be otherwise. You will deny how you created the thing in front of you. So life needs to prevail and will hide from you your own life energy that is creating this shape and form in your reality, because you gave it this form and shape. Will hide from your eyes and you'll be blind. There will be no chance and opportunity of discovery and transformation if you sustain this habit. It cannot be otherwise. It's by divine decree. So please, my brothers and sisters, allow it to be. Don't struggle anymore with anything inside of you. Don't fight it. Don't try to change it by force. Don't try to impose, to pretend. Remember, to outgrow a struggle can never be a struggle. Please, to be free, it's not through fight. It's through allowing, embracing, as you recognize it, and then you can choose to guide out of it. To elevate your hand to this part of you and say, no more. I deeply and profoundly love you so much that you deserve a new way, and I will give it to you because I love you so much. So remember to put your hand up and say, no, my beautiful child, there is a better way for you, and I will guide you to it. Doesn't matter how long it takes. That is the beauty of I am in me, in you, in all of us. So be it, and so it is. So please, I invite you to perceive a memory of your childhood that you fight, be it about yourself, be it about others, doesn't matter the reality you created, what kind of suffering, struggle, whatever you created in that reality, doesn't matter what. Can you perceive yourself as the cause and the reality around you the effect? All that pain and suffering, that rejection, that creation of trouble, something that you really reject in you or others. Can you take that moment in your life when someone beat you up, that misery, that discomfortable feeling and emotion, can you perceive it and allow it? Can you say, this is also me? It's okay that I created this? Do you understand? Liberation is to stop fighting, allowing it, embracing it. It's saying it's okay that this was my creation and I created these mirrors in my existence to shape me, to reflect back to me what I created before. It's not relevant why. At this moment you just need to embrace it and allow it and say it is okay. If you keep fighting and struggling this memory, this rejection, this cause and effect, you never learn. You never grew. You never be free. Free is not to suppress or kill this part, is to love it, embrace it, and elevate it. It's an act of integration. So remember that moment in your life. Visualize that part of you that maybe you saw as a victim in the past, and now you know the truth. It was a creator. Look in its eyes and say, I am sorry that you experimented this, that you inherited something out of me and you experimented. Because the child is always innocent. It's being conducted by all of this repressed energy from this life and past lives. So say, I'm sorry that you were the vessel of those creations. I created you. I am the source of it. Please allow myself to guide you out of it through my love, through my appreciation of you. Let's forgive ourselves and all other beings around the situation. And when we do that, we release the attachment, the energy, the anchors that create a linear destiny in our life. Get liberated. New possibilities open up to you. Allow this to happen. Embrace it completely. Don't pretend. Do it. Not as a forceful thing, but as a true openness to yourself. Open up so you may release all of this guilt.
I am only free of me in the story of me when I integrate all of my parts back to oneness. This is the end of the rejection of the child inside of you. So be it, and so it is.
How deeply and profoundly connected you are to your body right now? Can you feel all of it? What is the sensations? Is there any uneasiness in your body? Is this you? Is a reflection in the pool coming from other places, time, people? Try to find the borders of your body. Where does your skin end and where the air begins? When you do that, you very fast will discover that your consciousness is bigger than your body, that you can actually sense the air and what is around you. If you expand your consciousness, you can travel outside in the garden. Why not to find a beautiful tree that you enjoy, or a flower, or a plant? Try and connect to this manifestation. Enter the plant, the tree. How does it feel to be alive as a tree, as a plant, as a flower? How this perceive life? How these interact with light, rain, wind? How beautiful is existence to this presence? Go inside of it. Allow your consciousness to really go inside. If you go deep enough, life will feel very, very different. Feel the roots on the ground and how it relates to the earth and all the organisms in the soil. Feel this grounding sensation in the present moment. See that this entity does not reject itself. This is a capacity that you have. That's why you can choose. The plant is unified as one. It is grounded in here and now. Even if it can store information, it's always here and now. Bring that sensation to this body of yours. I am grounded, rooted. I am here and now. I remember oneness. I embrace my ability to deny. I embrace my ability to accept. Feel that sensation in your body. You are an amazing realm, a divine temple. Try and perceive your realm as one. Try to remember the sensation of visiting your heart temple, the soul crystal,
that gives you the sensation of oneness. Try to see yourself as one, all your parts, everything, as one. Allow this sensation to sink in. And in this oneness, I'm also very rooted in the present moment as the plant. I am absolutely here. How different does it feel to be you now? Can you perceive the difference? Now ignite in your bones, in your marrow, in your spine, the sensation of the new earth. Feel it igniting as an amazing light and is spreading very fast through your body through a network of small tiny crystals. All of your water is embracing this magnetic field. You are now emanating this frequency beautifully. I am so present, so rooted, so grounded. And the new earth is with me. Feel it. And now activate in your heart the lightness of a plume of a feather. Of eternity, I am endless. I have no hurry, no rush. I have all of creation to enjoy every step beautifully. And now you already know the flower of consciousness around your heart. Allow it to spin and spin and spin and spin and spin and spin faster and faster. And feel the flow. Feel the tornado of energy coming from below, from the borders of creation, passing through you. And your magnetic field is emanating strongly and strongly the frequency, the sensation of the new earth. Allow every atom in your temple and around you to be informed of your choice. This is who I am. This is my core. This is my center. This is where I go back to. I am the new earth. And allow these waves and waves to interact in each one of us and resonate, multiplying strength thousands and thousands of times. And going all around the system, going deep inside the earth, connecting to the bones of Gaia, elevating so much. And then the core, the consciousness of this earth itself. And all earth is emanating as a bell, and millions and millions and millions of beings are emanating with us. Many of them awakening for the first time, remembering who they are. It's a beautiful emanation. It is so powerful that is outgrowing the boundaries of this sphere and going through golden threads of light to all of creation. Planets, civilizations are being elevated all around this cosmos. Everything is interconnected. So be it, and so it is.
From this beautiful state, just perceive all of your bodies as one body, and you being this pillar of life, of light, of consciousness, that unify the core of this universe, this creation and its borders, bringing endless energy to expand and create. You become the singularity, the unifier inside the realm of duality, the one that chews out of consciousness, to go back to unicity. And from this choice, we become divine God creators. And I invite you to choose to co-create with the higher mind of the divine amazing realities of beauty and joy, gentleness, love and consciousness, that we may overflow the ecstasy of gratitude in creating and appreciating all of those creations. Let's overflow and co-create, expand all of creation. Let's do this here and now in our own personal decrees and visualizations. Every single moment, every single day, we are creating with our thoughts and emotions synchronizing frequencies. So let's jump ahead and choose wisely what we're going to create in this cycle, this day. What you want to see manifested. Visualize yourself grounding and holding your frequency out of consciousness, out of choice along this day. Feel it in your body, you making the choice and remembering the sensation. Visualize yourself celebrating the beauty of you sustaining this commitment in the end of this day. Celebrate. We are all together in this co-creation with the divine, so let overflow with happiness and enjoyment and decree out loud. So be it and so it is, because this is my will, the will of divine sacred consciousness, divine sacred presence manifested right here, right now in this earth, through this space and temple of I am. So be it and so it is, so be it and so it is, so be it and so it is. Gratidão.